Hi, everybody. What a great second day. And I'm very appreciative of everything that we're learning. And I am going to take a few minutes. We've got about 20 minutes. Alicia's going to join me about halfway through, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the not just the opportunity of growth, but the tools that can help you with growth, right? And so, as you know by now, I'm the Chief Vision Officer of Work Truck Solutions, and focusing on growth and new opportunities is what we do. It's important to understand that the commercial vehicle industry is 80% of our GDP, and that as we saw in 2020 during the pandemic, it is recession-proof. These these vocations and these delivery services are all critical. And we're seeing that even though there are lots of challenges and lots of concerns, that there's a predicted 6 to 8% annual growth spread out amongst the variety of different types of vehicles. That's because commercial buyers need vehicles. You've heard today a couple of the presenters talk about how the demand is not continuing to be met. There's still restrictions. There's higher gross on sales and on service, and there's also people are much more loyal. Businesses, if they find somebody, that's what makes them stay. They don't have time to change. So expanded growth opportunities are being brought forward by the OEMs, whether it's fleet management or service or charging or all these different types of things. We even heard about some of the new ideas around financing. These are all great opportunities as we continue to look at challenges, which to me are all controllable. The industry is not very educated on commercial opportunities. That's why we're here today. That's why you've heard from a lot of the different presenters, their goals to become, subject matter experts. And we're going to see over the next year or so that there's uneven inventory distribution. We're going to need to overcome that challenge. But with all of these and with new opportunities, we absolutely need to become more consultative. So the great news is that technology will help with that. And I talked a little bit about it yesterday. Convoy, of course, is the largest national marketplace. What's unique about it is that it has the full specification, the configuration of the vehicles searchable, and it helps dealers be able to reach more customers. But I'm really excited because in November, we're going to be launching a community in partnership. And partnerships are obviously the way to expand and help the end buyers even more. With Escalante, they've been doing Fleet Advisory Hub now for almost a decade, and we're expanding it to the Convoy group, those people that come to Convoy to shop and to look and learn. And we're going to get insights from them that will help everyone in this sector. And that's going to be great. And we're also currently, we help kind of redistribute, if you will, the inventory that is needed by specific customers across the U.S. We launched VAST, the vehicle acquisition tool, in early of 21 because we saw that there was a need to be able to make used remarketed inventory available, searchable by what it became, by what it is, and that's really expanded and grown. And we have a component of that is dealer trade opportunities with now almost 1,300 dealerships. And today, you can look here, we have over 50,000 vehicles that are available to help make this redistribution, the availability, as you heard, of the dearth of inventory right now. So I also wanted to mention that we working on data and reporting and planning, because you heard planning is a really, really important part of this. I know you can't see these very well, but these are definitely reports that have been put together by the Escalante team to help with the prediction and planning for all the stakeholders in the industry. And for our dealers and our individual upfitters and our OEMs, we also have what I would call more tactical data and reporting and planning, which shows leads and inventory and what's happening in the market right now. So we talked a lot about how important this is to be able to actually start planning. We talked also about things like prospecting, and we'll have Alicia on with us in just a second. This is why I added this, is that, we need to help the teams out there be proactive. And so we focus on tools like this. This is called 2-minute prospecting, where you can reach out to a specific targeted vocation, a business type, and send them information, both information about vehicles, but also information about what can help them in their business. And so, with no further ado, I would like to bring to your attention Alicia. She was a great panelist on Jim Press's fireside chat this morning, and now we're going to dive in a little bit deeper to what exactly Alicia is doing and Maritz is offering. Welcome.
Thank you, Kathryn. Thank you so much for having us and Maritz be a part of this. So yeah, guys, if you were on the fireside chat with us just a few short minutes ago, you heard us talk obviously a lot about growth and a lot about training and a lot about investing in your team to become better consultants. And that's everything that we at Maritz had the great pleasure of partnering with Work Truck Solutions, to roll out to your dealerships in a great coaching package, which is, everything that was just talked about. So obviously to grow, you have to have goals, right? What are your goals? Well, I want to sell more vehicles. I want to have more market share. I want to grow. Well, exactly what does that look like for you? And exactly what is your plan to get there? You can see some of the measured results that we have listed on the screen. And those are the tools and the metrics and the KPIs that we use and hold your team accountable and review with them regularly to make sure we are hitting those goals and we're on the right track, because you have to have a plan. You can't hope for the plan. You have to have a plan. So to take you a little bit inside what our coaching program looks like, it is a one-on-one, very detailed, specific to your individual dealerships. This is not a one-size-fits-all cookie cutter. Let me share some best practices that work for everybody. You might be a big store, you might be a little store, you might be, urban, rural, whatever it is. This is a one-on-one tailor-made coaching program, completely virtual, where you would meet with a coach on a weekly basis to go over a variety of insights and different topics, specifically to your store. What are your pain points? What do you want to do better? How do you want to improve? Where do you want to improve? And of course, you have that coach to guide you. We use a couple of tools specifically to do this. Action planning, ongoing support. And one of them is what we call the Navigator. This is something that us at Maritz have worked specifically with your Work Truck Solutions tools to create for you guys, the dealer. And what this is a 3-paged, really in-depth report that takes you all the way from, the beginning of the customer experience to the click. Where do they find you? How did they get to you? How did they know that you are a commercial dealership? And how did they get onto your website to let you know that they are interested in a vehicle? Did they click? Did they call? Whatever it might be. How did you get the eyeballs, the attention of that customer? What happened during the sales process, good, bad, or otherwise, right? And then what happens after the sale? So much of growth is going to depend on how we treat our current customers, our current clients after we sell them. We definitely don't want to be a one and done. And we definitely don't want to wait until that business owner comes to us and says, oh, goodness gracious, I need a vehicle and I need it right now, because that gets us into a little bit of a sticky situation to where we might not be able to meet the demands of that customer, because we know our repeat and return customers, they have high expectations, high demands, and we want to be able to meet that.
And Alicia, part of what's important here is that if you don't look at something and track it, you can't improve it, right?
Yeah, and so much of that is you don't know what you don't know, right? Benchmarking and understanding, even like, what should we be looking at? What metrics should I be tracking? Exactly. How do I know how I'm performing today in order to get better tomorrow. And that's what this navigator, and that's what our coaching is tailor-made to do with the stores. Great point, Kathryn.
Yeah. And here are the bullets.
And here are the bullets. Yeah, these are these.
Yeah.
All of them. Okay. So these are some of the top, like, in high level things that the navigator in this coaching program covers. Your lead origin, routing, and distribution. When you get a lead, who gets it? Does it get to your fleet and commercial department? Does it get caught up in retail world? We know that happens. I know that happens. I've seen it happen over and over again. The struggle with CRMs, and are you keeping a notepad and paper customer database, appointments and response, prospecting and networking. That's really tough for us right now. If you don't have a lot of inventory, maybe you don't think you need a prospecting plan, but at the end of the day, we always need to be looking out for, new businesses, of course, to grow our businesses. And then after the sales, right? Are we planning? Are we helping coach? Are we being a very good consultant to our businesses, to our customers, about how they need to think about buying vehicles from us in the future? Right. Earlier, we talked about the business owners that got money to spend and they want to do it before year end. A lot of them can't just walk in a dealership and take home that exact vehicle that they need, right? Because we might not have it in stock. And here you guys can see a little bit more of a better picture on just some of the things that we monitor. And what I use this, I take this report, this checklist, if you will, and it's really an interview process with the dealership. And we start at the very top. Do you have a dedicated commercial vehicle page? What does that look like? How easy is that to navigate? All the way through, how do you handle your after the sales process? Do you schedule face-to-face or formal touch points with your clients at least once or twice a year? Unfortunately, so many of us don't have a plan for that. We don't have a process for that, especially for maybe some of our newer sales folks that come in. So that's, like I said, that's a lot of what what our coaching program is designed to do. And then, of course, assessments are there to benchmark. It's necessary. You can't know how to grow unless you know where you're at, as a baseline. So there's several things that we monitor and measure with our assessments. Your website evaluation, I talked a little bit about that earlier. Your marketing, where are you casting your net for new opportunities? Are we using LinkedIn and Facebook and our social sites? Because we are a very social society, obviously, these days. How are you ranked with your SEO compared to your peers and your competition in your group? Are we using the right key terms and search terms to get yourself listed and to get eyeballs? And then, of course, responses. When you do get leads, because guys and gals listening to this, your business, your clients, your customers, they do shop for vehicles online. I promise you they do. Obviously not as much as what a retail, in the retail environment. But our folks are shopping online for vehicles just like the rest of us shop online for everything else. I joked about it in the fireside chat, responding to that lead with, thank you. I understand you're interested in a vehicle. Please call me, or please come to the dealership.
What I liked that you said then too was this, the ideas around how to be proactive that could target the inventory that you have and the kind of customers that would be interested in that specific inventory, because a lot of concerns are around exactly how much inventory will be available, right? So
yeah,
being able to target and think that way.
Yeah, 100%. And earlier you talked about it just a couple of minutes ago, Kathryn, with the 2-minute prospecting tool that you have in Work Truck Solutions. There's so many tools that we have that can help us, that can help us with that, right? That can help match a body to that vehicle that's maybe aging, or, the other way around. And again, this is another snippet of just a few of the things that our assessment covers and what we're looking for. And it's really to give you guys, the dealerships, a good, well-rounded picture of, if I want to grow my business, how well am I at capturing new opportunity, converting new opportunity, and nurturing that opportunity? Customers that enjoy doing business with you, that have, high CSI. We talk about CSI all the time in retail world, right? Customer satisfaction. people that enjoy business with you will continue to enjoy doing business with you. If it was just a complete transactional, I needed a truck and I found one at your dealership and you didn't really wow me, maybe the next time I'm not going to consider you first, right?
Mhm.
So, this program is new as our partnership with Work Truck Solutions, but it's not new in the fact that we, just made it up. We've been doing this for a little while over the past, I guess, 2 years or so. And the results really speak for itself. I know we're getting limited on time here. But in just a few short months, to bring awareness to where you are, again, benchmarking, to bring awareness to where you are and to focus on those topic items, just to focus on the little things that correlate with your goals that you want to do. Really, it's amazing the amount of results that you'll get in a short period of time. If anybody there knows my friends over at Paradise, AJ and company have been on the program for a few months now, and they've just seen like tremendous success, and they're kind of reorganizing and rethinking about the way that, we do all the things that we just talked about. Get the eyeballs, convert the eyeballs, nurture the eyeballs so that the customers want to keep coming back to us over and over again.
And I wanted to also offer everybody this opportunity in this thinking through how do we make sure that dealers understand how to sell, understand the opportunity, et cetera. Work Truck Solutions has now published 6 chapters of of what we call the commercial playbook, which is really focusing on the different aspects. And I'm excited about the chapter 6 just going out last week, I think it was. So please scan this and you can get the whole set. And if you have any questions, please reach out to either Alicia or myself. And we really appreciate that you've joined us today. There's a lot you can do. And like Norm said earlier, it's kind of like eating an elephant. Don't worry, just take little bites.
One at a time. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Kathryn, for having us.
You bet.